This tool right here is an absolute work of art. It was designed and machined right here at Titans of CNC on a Walther. Now this crazy tool right here took some crazy wheels to machine it with. So today I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you something you've never seen before, and I'm going to show you the secret sauce on how we did those wheels. And it all starts with a wheel dresser like this. This tool right here is an absolute work of art. Now what it is a 3-slot key cutter. Now each individual key is designed perfectly to match up with the exact width of the O-ring groove. But not only that, is that it comes down and it has a 45-degree taper at the end of it. That way when that slot is at full depth, that 45-degree chamfer actually breaks that edge absolutely perfect. Now this is a 100% custom tool that you cannot buy anywhere in any store. So this tool came about back when Titan was doing plastic manifolds for desalination pumps. Now there's so much geometry on that tool that you're going to need a bunch of custom tools in order to do the radius, angles, and plunge diameters. So the good thing about the Walther is that it has an 8-slot wheel changer. So you can just load up 8 different wheels and it'll make your part in high efficiency. Now when I say high efficiency, these wheels come standard and you actually dress them into any shape that you want. That way you can go ahead and load them up into the machine and grind your part, minimizing downtime. So what is dressing? Dressing is actually cutting the specific shape into the wheel to grind your actual part. Now in the past, we've done all sorts of different wheels using a stationary diamond on both a cylindrical grinder and a surface grinder. From a super hard wheel that's going to give you a fine finish to a softer wheel that's going to be more for heavy material removal like creep feed grinding. But when it comes to tool grinding, you're going to be using a diamond wheel. Today I'm going to show you the secret sauce on how to dress a diamond wheel using a wheel dresser. Now on the machine I have 2 different Tyrolit grinding wheels. On the left side I have a diamond wheel, and that's going to be the hardest material on the planet. And on the right side I have an aluminum oxide wheel. Now the reason why I chose this diamond wheel is because we've used it in multiple videos, including the multi-slot cutter, the fir tree cutter, and the dreamer tool. This diamond wheel is the only wheel that can cut carbide. But how do you dress it? That's where the aluminum oxide wheel comes into play, and that's going to help shape that wheel into whatever sort of shape that you need to grind your specific tool. Now how it does that is it removes the resin that holds the diamonds together and exposes new grain. Now there's levels to the game as far as wheel dressing, and this machine from Rush Machinery is the highest level that I've ever ran. It's super easy to run, from setting your wheels in to creating your 30 thou radius using your swivel. With your C-axis, you can put a full radius across that entire diamond wheel. Now, in order to move your wheels in and out, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to have your hand controls, and this one is going to move your wheel in, and this one is going to move your wheel left and right. Now, to move your aluminum oxide wheel, you can go ahead and move your wheel out and in, and then on this side, you can move your wheel left and right. Now, if you don't want to do a full radius, on your graduation, you actually have a stop. And that's going to be a plunger that allows your wheel to, as you come across, to actually stop in position that you control it. So as you're grinding your wheel, you're actually going to be oscillating from left to right, and you have to set your limits. So right here is where you're going to set your limits as you see fit. So as you're grinding these wheels, you actually have to be able to see perfectly. That way you can have an accurate wheel. And that's where the camera comes into play. Now this camera can zoom up to 60 times so you can get a fine detailed picture, and you can be able to adjust it so you can get a better picture of the accuracy of your wheel. So with your camera, you're actually able to make adjustments to your contrast so you can get a better picture of your wheel that's going to populate on the big screen. And this right here is going to be your actual control panel to operate the Rush machine. This machine has a built-in vacuum. Now what's super important about that vacuum is that as you're dressing these wheels, it's going to create a lot of carbide dust and aluminum oxide dust. That vacuum is going to suck it all away, and that's going to be a huge health benefit for the operator running this machine. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and put our safety glasses on, and we can dress our first wheel with a 30 thou radius. In order to run the machine, you're going to do everything from the control panel, from starting the machine to turning your wheel on to the vacuum and even your oscillation stroke. Now to program the machine, you're going to do everything from the keyboard and mouse pad, which is hooked up directly to the main screen. Now on this machine, you can do all kinds of different shapes, from a 1F1, a full radius, to an angle with a radius, to a fully threaded wheel. Now for this operation, all we're going to do is we're going to use a 4Y1 function. However, we're not going to do an angle, so we're going to leave that at 0 degrees. Now the width of our wheel is going to be 625. Now for our lip radius, this is where we're going to define our 30 thousandths radius that we're going to have on the edge. And for our flat width, we're not going to worry too much about that. Now we're going to hit OK. So after we import all of our data, our grinding wheel is going to auto-populate with our flat and our 30 thou radius. Now this cross right here is going to be the origin of our 30 thou radius. So now from this point, we can go ahead and load up our diamond wheel and our aluminum oxide wheel and start our dress. With our wheels mounted into the machine, we can go ahead and swivel our C-axis around, and we can pin it at C-axis 0. Go ahead and put some backdrop on this, and that's going to highlight our wheel on our main screen. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and bring our aluminum oxide wheel into frame. With our wheels in position, now we can go ahead and set our limits on our oscillation stroke, which is going to be our S-axis. So all we're going to do is move the aluminum oxide wheel all the way to the right-hand side of the wheel, and we're going to take our stop and we're going to move it until where it's eliminated. Then we're going to do the same thing on the left-hand side. So we're going to traverse across to where the wheel overhangs the left side of the wheel. We're going to set our stop and illuminate it. Now from that point, we have set our limits on our oscillation stroke. So now that we have all of our wheels in position and we have our C-axis at 0, we can go ahead and turn our wheels on and start our dressing cycle. Now the RPM for our diamond wheel is going to be about 500. The RPM for our aluminum oxide wheel is going to be about 1,000. So you always want a 2-to-1 ratio. So let's go ahead and turn the wheels on and start dressing. All right, so now we're going to start dressing the wheel. First thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the diamond wheel. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the dressing wheel. Now you can see on the screen that that dressing wheel is running out of round, but it's going to dress itself once I start making contact with the diamond wheel. Now the last thing I want to do before I start oscillating this and dressing this wheel is I want to turn on the vacuum. So again, you're just coming down the line. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my oscillation stroke. Okay, so now that we've dressed up to the line, we can go ahead and stop the machine so we can do our radius. So now you can see that I've dressed up to my line, but I have a sharp corner here and I want to be able to do that radius. The best way to do this is to get this out of the way. We're going to unpin our C-axis. We're going to rotate the wheel down and we're going to feed in until the wheel touches the radius. I'm going to go ahead and set my limit switches for my radius. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out with F3, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did on the front. I'm going to bring it down to our starting location. Now it doesn't look like much, but when you blow it up, it's actually going to have quite a bit. So we're going to zoom in. So as you can see, we still have a sharp corner on this wheel. So what we're going to do is we're going to dress that away. And that's going to create our 1A1 with a 30 thou radius. And then we can start our oscillation stroke. I'm going to feed this in manually. You can see I started to make contact. Then all we're going to do is swing this around. So as you're dressing this wheel, you want to make sure that you're going nice and slow. You don't want to jerk this machine because you want your radius to come out nice and bright. So with our radius complete, we can go ahead and kill the machine and inspect our wheel. This wheel came out absolutely perfect. Now that's how you put a 30 thou radius on a StarTech RC wheel. We really showed what the Rush Machine wheel dresser is actually capable of. This machine is super important for tool grinding. Without this machine, your wheels wouldn't last, your geometry would be all messed up. This Rush Machine wheel dresser is actually phenomenal, and I'm excited to use it in upcoming Walter videos. Now, here at Titans of CNC, we're all about free education. If you want to learn anything, including mills, lathes, grinding, or even Swiss, make sure you check out all of our free educational content on our online academy. If you want to see what kind of wheels we're using and you want to buy them, make sure you check out our store at titansofcnc.com. Now don't forget, Boombastic is going to be right around the corner. It's going to be the biggest one we've ever had. It's going to be a great time to network, see live demos, meet the entire crew at Titans of CNC, and we're going to have some amazing food. So make sure you hit that link and get your tickets before we sell out. So if you learned something from this video and you like what we're doing, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.